Hi there, Masline. My name's Andrew and I'm the essay corrector here at IELTSpodcast.com. Thank you for submitting this trial correction on the number of pet owners in 6 English-speaking countries. So the majority, I've already had a read through your essay, and the majority of your errors are, well, there's a couple. It's mainly grammatical constructions, so I'll mostly be showing you correct pronunciation, the correct use of semicolons, but also this graph here is not part of the task. The World Pet Organization number of pet owners refers specifically to this one here, whereas this is a graph, these are pie charts about the number of Volkswagen owners, and they are separate from this. So this is an easy mistake to make, so what I'll do is I'll just remove any references to these pie charts. So first of all, that one. So also these, but what I'm going to do actually is some of the grammatical mistakes are contained in here, even though this is referencing the wrong graph. So first of all, this comma is not necessary. The bar graph illustrates the number of individuals who own pets in 6 nations. And then before phrases like namely, we can use a semicolon. A semicolon is used to separate 2 full, complete sentences that are related. Also, it's used before terms such as namely, however, and therefore, if those sentences are related to the previous sentence. So, the bar graph illustrates the number of individuals who owned pets in 6 nations. In order to make this more specific, we could say English-speaking nations, namely Wales, Canada, America, Ireland, and England, between 1990 and 1998. And here, we could say, according to the World Pet Organization, just to reference where the data came from. Overall, so spaces don't go before punctuation, they only go after. Overall, Scotland, America, and Canada, and also, in a list, we don't need the comma before the final item in the list. That's, if we put the comma there, it's called the Oxford comma, and it's only used in certain circumstances. Sometimes it's absolutely necessary to use it. For instance, if the final item in a list is not actually directly related to the list, but actually references something else entirely, then we do need the Oxford comma. But because you're just listing 3 countries, we don't need the Oxford comma there. So overall, Scotland and America and Canada had increases, I would say experienced increases, in the total number of pets owned in the 9-year period. We don't need this comma here. While Wales, Ireland, and England had the lowest, and we don't need to capitalise that. Initially, Scotland had approximately, we don't need that comma, and the convention is to use a comma after every 1,000 units. Initially, Scotland had approximately 150,000 people living with, actually, domesticated animals, another word for pets. Scotland had approximately 150,000 people living with domesticated animals in 1990. I would use an and here. And this figure rose to 200,000 in 1994. And I would say, before decreasing to approximately 120,000 in 1998. Here, different sentence, in the same period, I'm not sure actually whether this goes. I would just say America in 1990 had 100,000 animal owners. I would use skyrocketed is kind of informal, I would use surged. But the figure surged by 50% to 200,000. If that was the end result, if that's what it ended up at, then that's what we should use. So, but the figure surged by 50% to 200,000 by 1994. I would say we don't need this one. The figure surged but dropped significantly to around 180,000 in 1998. On the other hand, Canada experienced fluctuations. If it's fluctuations of, then we talk about the difference that it fluctuated by. But if it was fluctuations between these total numbers, so if Canada had a total of 100,000 to 130,000, then we can just do it like this. Canada experienced fluctuations between 130,000 and 100,000 over the same period. But really, we should put that there. This can also go here because we're just still talking about so on the other, in contrast, Wales had 100,000 in 1990. This figure rose and plateaued like this. Plateaued at 180,000 between 92 and 93. Similarly, Ireland experienced steady but significant growth in the number of, let's just say pet owners here, that'll be fine. Here we can use a full colon, so we're expressing the result of this sentence. 50,000 in 1990 to 80,000 in 1994. Let's just say finishing at 60,000 in 1998. So yeah, this is about the other pie chart, which says the percentage of people that bought, shared or leased their cars. Bought, shared and leased cars. Car ownership Scotland, car ownership England. So this shouldn't be included. But just to show you this, if you want to use a while statement, it goes usually after a comma. And we don't need this comma here. Or this one here, actually. And also, what we could do is say, while Scotland bought, shared and leased or borrowed, respectively. So we've got bought, shared and leased, and when we say respectively, it means that the numbers apply in the same order as previously. So 65% bought, 20% shared, 15% leased. So the pie charts show World Pet Organization share, it's actually VW ownership share, in England and Scotland. England bought 35%, shared 15% and borrowed 35%, while Scotland bought, shared and leased 65%, 20% and 15% respectively. That would be correct, but we don't need it because it's part of the other graph. So we've already written enough words on this. This is now a good answer. We start by defining the graph, giving our definition. What are the terms? What's the period? Where does it come from? Then we give an overall statement. Generally, what are the key observations that you'll be talking about? And then we analyze the data specifically. So this would be a good answer. I'll send this over to you now, but if you would like to continue receiving corrections in this manner, then you can subscribe to our sentence guide course, the link to which is on this very page you are staring at right now. It comes with a full set of content to show you how to write these essays in detail, but it also comes with 8 essay corrections done by me, over which time we hope to raise you to above a band 7. So I do hope to see some more of your work coming through soon, Masline, but until then, have a great day and goodbye for now.